Me, I'm called Butamanya Laban. I'm a member of this group, Katimashwas group. In our group, we are 12 members, of which 7 are women and 5 are men. So what we do in our group, we have credits and saving in our group. We grow bananas, we grow pineapples, and we have piggery, we have goat rearing, and pineapple wine making, and even apiary. Those are some of the activities and enterprises we have in our group. We joined OVOP in 2009. Since we joined OVOP, they assisted us in giving us trainings and workshops. And in those workshops, we achieved that we identify the enterprises that are not profitable. Then we joined the profitable enterprises, especially the apiary, which we had joined shortly. The problem we have in marketing is only packing and labeling and sort of. Otherwise, we have our local markets, because our neighbors and even our groups, when we have different functions like weddings, people come and buy from us. So we don't have a problem with marketing apart from packing and labeling and whatnot.
It is of recent, this year in September 2011, that we started beekeeping, having shifted from other enterprises. Then the activities that we just carry out within this group of beekeeping, we just make orders for people who just prepare them, the beehives, and then we just come to clear the area as a group, and then we plant in plants with good flowers which attract insects, the bees, to come and collect the materials that are used in making of honey. That workshop was very good and interesting, and we learned a lot of things. First of all, we interacted with other people from different areas with different activities in their groups. And then when we met, we could just discuss different things. Then, having been there, we also learned much about value addition that is very, very, very important. Then from there, we had to get some contacts. If you are here and then you happen to meet a certain problem, then you can address it by using those contacts which we still have.
The government of Uganda started implementing the One Village, One Product program as an integrated community development approach to create wealth, sustainable development, and transform rural communities through value addition to local resources, human resource development, and marketing of local products. 70% of Ugandan population is engaged in agriculture that produces mainly maize, coffee, banana, fruits, and fish. However, there is limited access to funds, processing equipment, know-how, and infrastructure to take opportunities to local, regional, and international markets. The Ministry of Tourism, Trade and Industry, before its split into MTIC and MTWA, in collaboration with JICA, launched the OVOP program in August of 2008. The overall objective is promoting increase in production, processing, and marketing of value-added local products for wealth creation. The One Village, One Product program is a community activation program through business. Developing a unique product is an essential factor in the OVOP movement. However, it should be noted that OVOP movement should not be considered as simply a mere process of production of goods. In the OVOP movement, how to create human resources who can stimulate the village is more important than how to create new products. OVOP is not a top-down project that is carried out by donors or central governments from outside, but rather a movement whose subject is the local people. The government is just a facilitator to support OVOP activities. OVOP has 3 key concepts. 1. Think globally, act locally. 2. Self-reliance and creativity. 3. Human resource development. Getting business mind makes local people strong. The specific objectives are: promote and support establishment of production networks and clusters within the country. Promote value addition to local materials and products of comparative advantage at community level for socio-economic transformation. Development of human capital and entrepreneurial capacities amongst participating communities. Create and strengthen market linkages and competitiveness for OVOP products through public-private partnerships.
Which was started in Obshenyi district way back in 2008. This is a partnership involving the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperative, and through the OVOP program, a series of activities were undertaken. Baseline survey was convened to assess the latent potentials of the communities, targeting the active farmer groups. Eventually, assessments were conducted after project proposals were made by farmer groups, and the successful farmer groups were selected and supported. The support ranged between training opportunities on how they can make proposals, and also including on how they can identify products. Of course, OVOP as an empowerment concept for the community is very good, and it must be cascaded to even cover a wider area. In Obshenyi, we need synergy between the volunteer, and one of the lasting things we want to undertake is to have a district steering committee to ensure that we can work effectively with the OVOP volunteer and ensure that we are able to realign the other programs of government so that we can be able to empower the communities. We have programs like NADS. We have now got a funding from the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives on to facilitate the district commercial officer, and we want to ensure that we get the synergy of the entire production department to ensure that the steering committee can be able to work together to promote and publicize the OVOP concept, and with a view to ensure that we can be able to sustain that concept, because it has been successful, and its replication can have far-reaching implications in terms of improving the community's welfare, income, and employment levels.
There were a number of benefits for the local communities. One was to train the group members. As you know, OVOP is really about community activation through business. So these interventions were concerning training to see how best the group members would transform their communities using local resources. The emphasis was on the people, the communities, and how best we can be assisted to improve their products or local resources so as to add value and ultimately increase wealth or income generation. The feedback, the group members were excited. One was that this program was bottom up. It was dealing directly with farmers, communities. They were participating directly. Two, the program was also aiming at improving their economic livelihoods. 3, the communities benefited because the program was aiming at improving or adding value to their products. The products using the local resources, which the resources they had, and also emphasizing the marketability of the product, that it must have a local market rather than producing for other markets. The emphasis was on the local markets. So this was really a very good initiative of the program. As you can see, OVOP is not really a standalone program. We collaborate with other stakeholders, especially in production, entomology, agriculture, NADS, and fisheries. So we want to look at so these activities can be integrated in relation to the objectives of the program of OVOP. So we should be working hand in hand, including the planning section and, of course, the COW's office. So because we have a technical planning committee, the DTPC for the district, and this is the planning arm for the whole district. So we ensure that we integrate different programs that are related to OVOP. There are not really many challenges. Some of them are inherent, where sometimes the budget does not really come handy, but we are thankful that the JICA has always come in, especially to provide fuel and some allowance for the driver so that we move the field. That one has been a major problem. And I think also another challenge that maybe because of facilitation, we don't have regular visits from the Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. Because of the rollout now, the first phase, the second phase has taken long.
I'm called Joshua Mutambi, Principal Industry Officer in the Department of Industry and Technology Department. OVOP, which is commonly known as One Village, One Product program, started way back in 2008, having attended the OVOP program international seminar in Malawi. I was supported by JICA, and when having internalized the concepts and the experiences from other countries that attended the seminar, we thought that we could introduce OVOP in Uganda, mainly because Uganda is an agricultural country. Actually, 68% of the population live in rural areas. Uganda is endowed with natural resources, fertile soils, wealth climate, but with low levels of value addition. So we thought that introducing OVOP in Uganda would enhance the productivity improvement, value addition, capacity building. OVOP, as it started at the pilot phase, the government, having realized the potential and the outcomes of OVOP program, the government has fully embraced the program. It has appeared in the National Development Plan. It has now even been given a budget. Actually, now the government contributes resources to the implementation of the program. So, the future of OVOP, we are now looking at rolling out. Actually, we have already started rolling out other districts, targeting at those potential groups. We are now trying to strengthen the collaboration between the ministry and other institutions